What up? Oh, well, not even 2 more days now. A little over a day. 2 more sleeps. 2 more nights. 2 nights, 1 day. Man, what a journey. I mean, I'm a little, I don't know, I'm a little sad that this series is just about over. And I say series because I wanted to record 12 months of my recovery. 12 months right out of treatment. You know, the road to 1 year, because it's officially not 12 months. There's 30 days that I was in treatment, 26 actually. Actually, I got out in 24. But none of those days were recorded. I journaled those days. So I have that. I have really recorded 12 months straight. But in terms of this video series, this is almost it, man. Tomorrow will be the last day of this series. I mean, I'll do the day of, because that's gonna be a glorious day for me. You know, making it to that point again, which just shows me that I can do anything for the most part. My age restricts me from doing some things, but what I've been able to do, well, I'll talk about it tomorrow, because, you know, I still got a couple sleeps left. But I am very, very, very happy with myself. I'm very, very proud of myself. You know, and what I did is I took a little nap after I fed the kids and stuff, and then I know this is going to sound stupid, but I had this toothache. Is killing me. I'm waiting to get to the dentist. I don't know if it's hot sauce I ate or what it was, but it definitely struck a nerve, and I woke up from my nap. It is excruciating. Took a couple aspirins and thought, you know, I'm not going to sit here in pain, so I'll just go to the gym. And yeah, not sure why I'm pulling over to the store, but oh yeah, I know why. So yeah, 363 days, continuous days of no mind-altering substances in my body, where I couldn't get much time at all. I've been able to do it through everything, and I've put it on here. You know, I've put my financial issues, my relationship issues, you know, how I got through that, which was probably one of the toughest things to get through in this journey. I mean, it was tough, but I got through it, shared about it. Everything from my, you know, not sure if last Christmas is on here. Not knowing how I'm going to get through that, trusting in God, my higher power, that it would all work out, and how you know, it's just a lot that I put on here. And I am sad that it's coming to a close, at least the series. I don't plan on doing a daily thing. I don't know. This has helped me get through a lot. I'd hate to close it out and just not do any more of them. But it'll be a different theme if I do. And I don't know if I'll create a new channel, because I'd like to really keep this as a 1 year, you know, getting to 1 year as its own entity. And I'm debating on what I'm going to do next. So I don't know. I figured I would have already come up with a solution, but I didn't. And so I'll probably post on here some of the things that I'm doing, but will I do a daily journal like I've been doing? I don't know. I will take a little break from it. And it's kind of an addiction. So that's going to take a little bit of time to do that. I feel like I'm letting go of a friend here, which, I wrote down, and hopefully I get that thing published. I wrote every day in my journal when I got a year clean. The two journals, this video journal and that last journal, are way different. I stayed in a relationship I shouldn't have. And it was not the easiest 12 months, for sure, but this hasn't been the easiest either. This has definitely been a lot more fulfilling than just making meetings and working steps and going to work. That was a struggle in itself too, but this is different. So before I get emotional about ending this, because I still have another day, really two, I'm just going to put, this on here. I feel great. I feel good about myself. I am sad because I feel like it's like a good sad, This has been something that has really helped me climb out of that hole that I was in. And I really look forward to, I was so scared to read back the other one because I would mess up with, it's time stamped and it's dated and all that. And I didn't want to change any of that. So I've never gone back and read that. I can't wait to get it on paper and then read it. I'll skim through it and stuff and be like, oh my God, I remember where I was at there. I remember how I was thinking there. This I can always go back and watch. It won't mess with any of the times or dates. And there's a lot of work. This has been a lot of work. Captain's Log 363. The journey never ends. It continues to move forward. There's that phrase that rough seas make great sailors. I love that saying, because that's true in anything. The road to recovery and the road in recovery is not easy. It's a rough road. It's a rough seas make great sailors. Sorry. Or maybe I just said that. I don't know. I'm a little beat. But it's been such an amazing journey so far. And I can't give this to anybody. What it would be like to be able to take this and hand it in a box and find somebody on the street and say, drink this, and they feel like I do today. But that's not how this works. We have to go through the bullshit, and we have to go through the faith, and it doesn't have to necessarily be the faith I believe in, although that has helped me tremendously. But it needs to be faith in something that, it's all going to work out. And when it's all fucked over, no matter how tough it is, you can look up or whatever you look at and say, I need your help in this. I had a friend of mine that I once told this to. And so I'll share this with whoever's willing to watch this and listen. That even if you don't believe in God, And you don't have to. I don't believe you have to. But even if you don't believe in anything, but you just don't, it's to that point, you know? And if you're like me, then you understand exactly what I mean by it's to that point. Where you look up and you say, I don't know if you're real. I don't know who you are or what you are, but I need help. Help. I told them to say that over and over again. I don't know if they ever did. I doubt they did. But I share that for anybody watching this, to be able to look up and just say, I don't know what you are or who you are, but I need help. And doing that repetitively over and over, I believe, will help. It's a small grain of sand of faith that something, anything out there can help you, that you can't see, that you can't touch, that you can't smell, and then you can't hear. That you just have to say, I've tried everything and nothing has worked, and I'm going to try this. And somehow, some way, that helps. It may not be quite what we expect, but it does something. And I give that to whoever's listening or watching, because when I was in my darkest dark, I didn't do that until I did. And then when I did, it helped. And now I'm at a point where I don't have to do that anymore. What I do is I have a trust in something out there, because it's shown me that it's all worked, and it speaks to me through my voice. And when I'm not quite sure what to do next, I sit there and listen. And something says, call your sister, call this person, do the thing. And then I listen to it and I follow it. And then all of a sudden I'm like, man, that really helped me. And I'm glad I was open to the idea of whatever popped into my head. Never once has it said, go get loaded. Never once has it said, go hurt yourself. Go get drunk. Go get high. It's never suggested that. And so it's a lot of videos to watch. I don't expect anybody to go back and watch them all from the beginning. And that's why I've labeled them all. Because if you go through them all, you might find something in there labeled that might help you for the day. And so here I sit with 2 nights and 1 day before I have 1 year. And I'm coming up on that anniversary mark of driving back from Rainier Springs and doing exactly what I just suggested, and then watching it unfold. And because it did, because that call came in and they said, we have a bed now available, but it's going to be 5 days before you can get in. Just sit tight. And I buckled through, and then finally checked in. This time last year, I was seeing the reflection. I was sitting there and I was crying, and I was defeated, and this candle was lit, and it was acting all crazy. Or probably the wind or something. But the image reflected on the wall was like, it looked like a devil laughing at me. I'll never forget it. And I've never shared it. I've never shared it to anybody. So I'll share it to the open. It looked like a figure. However, that candle was placed in that bathroom. And it was laughing. And I just thought, I am trapped. And I'm going to lose everything. And I didn't. And now I have some of my self-respect back. A lot of it. Confidence back. A lot of it. I still go through my ups and downs. If you've watched any of these, you've heard me share my bullshit. But all in all, it's all working out. So keep your faith, or get some, in whatever. And maybe you can sit there one day with some time under your belt. You can look in the mirror and you can smile and say, I made it, or I'm making it. And you got this. You got this. And if you haven't heard this today, I love you. Even if I don't know you. Even if we haven't met. Because maybe you haven't heard it and you need to hear it. You exist. You exist. You're just as important as anybody out there. Even if you feel like you shouldn't even be around. You are. And if you can just pick yourself up enough times, you'll be able to tell that to somebody, and maybe they'll feel it too. Because you're just as valuable as I am, and I'm just as valuable as you are. And if we just stick together, wherever, we can help lift somebody else up too. So happy whatever day it is. Wednesday. I looked at my thing, and I've got people from the UK watching this, and all over the place. So whatever day it is, however dark it is, there's always a beam of light if it ain't pitch black. And if it is pitch black, you can create that light too. You have what it takes. That's all.